Non-Americans, what is something that you notice right away about us that instantly makes you know we're American? The way you dress. That's not a good bad shot at Americans. I can just normally tell by that. I'm American. But the CIA had to tell their officers not to lean on anything because apparently that's a thing that we only do in America? Ha. I lived in Europe for a lot of my life, and in multiple countries. Dead giveaway shoes. Americans are often super friendly to total strangers. Always up for a chat if you're just in the vicinity of another human being, like on a train or waiting in line. I'm Australian and we mostly keep to ourselves unless you're of the older generation. It's one of the things I really like about people from the USA. You all. Single people, what is life being in the dating scene nowadays? I stay on the sidelines and wait for a miracle. I'll probably be single until I die. People are flaky as fuck. They aren't trying or putting effort in. Not willing to have honest conversations. Everyone is always looking for something better. No one seems to be able to hold a conversation, and my god, it's nearly impossible to get someone to meet you in person. It's like a wasteland of wannabe influencers. I just want a nice person who I enjoy spending time with doing the simple things. Then if things go well we can do more exciting and expensive things. What are some things the USA actually does better than Europe? Every time this is asked the top answer is usually national, protected national parks. From what I read, disabled folks' accessibility, like handicap parking, accessible bathrooms, ramps, etc. I've seen this relatively often. Is this correct? Mexican food. Lol. Here in Little Tokyo, Los Angeles we have a Japanese restaurant owned by Koreans, chefs are mostly Mexican, and somehow no one is really fluent in English except for a few servers. The blues. Most music genres that came after the blues were influenced by the blues or based on the blues, especially rock. Not paying to use the toilet. What are your best lasts a lifetime brands of items? My KitchenAid mixer was a wedding gift for my mother and father's wedding 55 years ago. Still works great and I still have all the attachments. Lego pieces are intentionally and notoriously long-lived. I have Lego bricks someone gave our son from when their daughter was young. 20 years old and they fit new bricks exactly. I have read where they are obsessive about making sure this is the case and that they last nearly forever. This is part of the reason they struggle to come up with an alternative substance for their bricks. Won't last. What claims are just not backed by the historical facts? There has never been a Viking helmet found that had a horn attached to it. I'm sick of curriculum materials teaching my 4th graders that the Spanish discovered Florida when they were looking for the fountain of youth. That lie was developed in the 1920s as a tourist gimmick. There's literally nothing in the historical record that supports it. Marilyn Monroe never said you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. There is literally no documented proof she ever said that. Einstein being a low-level student, his grades were average to top tier of the class, and he was pretty damn good academically. That binary numbers were first used by Leibniz. Most computer histories make this. There's an existing manuscript page by the English mathematician Thomas Harriot that includes binary numbers and binary multiplication that was written around 1605, 40 years before Leibniz was spelling. What has lost its prestige in recent years? The term breaking news. It has no meaning anymore since they overuse it. On a lighter note, Etsy. A decade ago I knew I was getting a handmade, artisanal product when I shopped on Etsy. Now it's just the same cheap knockoffs from China that I could get from Amazon for half the price. Actually, I just bought my husband a handcrafted wooden pipe for Christmas and promptly discovered that it was on Amazon for $20 cheaper. Would have been nice to have kept that extra $20 if I'm getting a cheap product anyway. Airbnb used to be able to get fair prices on non-hotel styled room stays, but now it's overpriced and hits so many fees it's cheaper to go to hotels. The internet. It's all bots and ads. Doctors. I'm a doctor. We're mostly employees now, cogs in the wheel. There is also a lot of distrust in the medical system. Platinum Amex. What is the greatest scientific discovery of all time? Medically Black Day. The transistor. Fire D. Soap in its many forms. Bacteria viruses can kill you, so you need clean drinking water, clean hands before surgery, clean hands period. Electricity. There. To imagine your daily life without it. You probably can't. I think it's safe to say that no technological feature so completely permeates the modern world as the use of electricity. The whoopee cushion. Birth control. Vaccines. The health benefits from childhood vaccinations are severely underrated. All depends on the time period and how it advanced humanity. Copper, bronze, steel, the wheel. I will go with education and steam power. Penicillin and its subsequent use to cure infections. Cultivation of crops. 3-ply toilet paper. Birth control. That it's possible to come from your ass. How booty works. What is the most underrated invention of all time? The shovel. Its invention was groundbreaking. Thermos bottle. Put in cold liquid, it stay cold. Put in hot liquid, it stayed do it no, anesthesia. I was listening to an NPR story about what surgery was like before it. Many people died just from the pain. Also dentistry, ballpoint pens, zippers, shower, the cast iron plow. Hear me out. It managed to turn the soil more effectively with less force, wear and strain on the horse and plowman than previous iterations. Over the years this Scots plow as it was known, was the beginning of modern agriculture, allowing farming and human settlement in areas that were previously thought uninhabitable. This allowed human civilization in ever more far-reaching corners of the world. Control-Z. What is the trait that you find scary in a person? A lack of empathy. Not respecting it when a person says no. Cruel to animals. Social climbers and conformists who will do or say anything and appear to be nice when in reality they just want what they want or are seeking a sense of belonging from an in-group. An individual who thinks they can exert power over someone else. Friendly passive-aggressive behavior. Judgment of people who think they know. Lack of empathy, no accountability. Someone who appears very nice but becomes nasty when they don't get their way. Narcissism. Anger issues. This is trauma related. I cannot control it. Please do not come at me for being insensitive to people who suffer with anger issues. Narcissistic personality disorder. The ability to lie to your face with no hint of remorse, and being able to do it so well that you would fully believe them. Uncomfortable amount of eye contact. Eyes. How easy it comes to some people to wish death and harm over other people they have never met. What is the worst Christmas present you've ever received? My ex got me a 6 feet 3 inches guy, a women's medium white hoodie. I was so mad about it. She has a habit of getting others gifts that are really for her. I wore the shit out of that hoodie. Time to mow the grass, time for the white hoodie. Need to fix the car, yep, time for the white hoodie. She was so mad. Glad she's an ex. First Christmas with my dad, his new wife, and her kids. They opened designer handbags, DVD box sets. This was almost 20 years ago, electronics, etc. I got a bottle of Herbal Essences shampoo. No matching conditioner. My sister got a Hanes 5-pack of granny panties. My stepmother is not a nice lady. What should die in 2024? Booking fees for live shows. Auto-playing videos on websites. Ads everywhere. Paying subscriptions for news services. Cancer. Fuck you cancer. Social media influencers. Tipping in America. Pedophiles. Old politicians. Let's start fresh. Pretty sure they're past their expiration date anyways. Kim Jong-un. Mosquitoes. Seriously, how have we not hunted those things into extinction yet? I know, some asshat will comment they are a vital part of the food chain and serve a purpose. I'm talking more specifically about the species that bites humans. I have no problem with the other ones. Donald Trump, Putin, cyber panhandling, Putin, oil protesters, everyone doing the NPC trend live on TikTok, Karens, the Tory party, tipping, me, cockroaches. What TV series can you watch over and over again? Arrested Development, It's Always Sunny, Band of Brothers, Parks and Rec, Futurama, Malcolm in the Middle, Mad Men, Psych, Avatar: The Last Airbender, What We Do in the Shadows, Futurama, The West Wing, Modern Family, Wholesome Good Vibes, Dad cheeky as well, House, Firefly, South Park, Scrubs, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I have seen it 4 times and could do it 5 times. Schitt's Creek, Community is Streets Ahead, Deadwood. I wish there was more of it. MASH, Bob's Burgers, Office, Seinfeld, Stargate SG-1, Golden Girls, Criminal Minds, Trailer Park Boys, Twilight Zone, Schitt's Creek, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, Avatar: The Last Airbender, King of the Hill, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Good Place, MASH, Malcolm in the Middle, thumbs up. What would be the most terrifying message we can get from space? Stop broadcasting, they might hear you. By the time you get this we will have been obliterated. It's headed your way. We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile. You're all that's left. They are coming. All your base are belong to us. Time's up. Your free trial period is coming to an end. The Wilhelm scream. Hey, you might want to shut off those radio signals. Sincerely. The last surviving colony of a once thriving multi-planetary society. We have barred the gates but cannot hold them for long. The ground shakes. Drums. Drums in the deep. We cannot get out. We cannot get out. Stop it without any context. Scene. Do not answer, do not answer, do not answer. Which modern pop singer is the most overrated? Drake. I'm just glad I haven't seen any Carly Rae Jepsen slander. She's fantastic. Ice Spice. Meghan Trainor. Seems like a lovely girl but her music is absolutely awful. Selena Gomez is the 54th most popular Spotify artist in the world, and for what? That Abktfu girl. I'll admit I'd rather listen to Dance Monkey than the ABC song It's Absolute Garbage. I would say most pop radio singers are overrated. But come on, have you seen Enrique Iglesias singing recently? It's painful to watch. If I say Cardi B, will I get death threats? The dude from Maroon 5. Cardi B, there is a lot of street rapper who will beat her ass in ripping. Right now, it's Blackpink emo. As a Blink myself, I gotta admit when my bias are lacking. They are not in the right groove and I don't understand why the fandom are praising them like musical geniuses.